Hi, welcome to the weekly musings for Monday, the 13th of June. This week I am using the cards from Doreen Virtue's Angel Therapy Oracle deck. And I don't often use angel cards, but this time they just jumped out at me and I thought I would use them. They have given a beautifully powerful message, as always. And this week the theme is very much about stepping into your light and shining it brightly. So it's continuing the theme that the cards have been hammering home over the last few weeks and months, that you are an inherently powerful being. You do not have to play small. You are not a victim. You can stand tall. You can shine your light. And this week as well, the cards say you need to move past fear, because sometimes when we go to embrace our light, we get fearful. So the message is very, very clear this week. Step into the light and be the powerful being that you came here to be. So let's have a wee look and see what came up. The first card that came up this week is the Earth Angel card. Very pretty card depicting obviously an angel holding a globe full of love, light, lots of beautiful imagery on the card if you're watching this on the video. This card reminds you that you are full of love naturally, that you are a light worker who has come to earth to teach about love. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to quit your day job and go off and be a healer, unless that is what you want to do. It means that your very presence is healing. It means that you are naturally full of light and you are naturally full of love. And if you just simply share that love, that will be your purpose fulfilled. That is really all that any of us can do, is to be the love. You are made of pure divine love, source energy. And it's your job to share that energy. And this is your reminder to do that as an earth angel. So no matter what you do every day, your presence brings that love. You're full of compassion. You can listen to people. You're able to serve others. It's in your nature to do that. So keep up that great work. Your presence alone brings great healing. It's a little bit like the whole purpose of Reiki, and learning Reiki is not to have something to do, but to be Reiki, to be the light, to be the love. So it's time for you to fully step into that role. If it's been something that's been niggling at you, you need to do more, then do that. You need to open your heart. You need to surrender to the love, surrender into the light. However, it's really important as an earth angel that you honour your needs too. It's not just all about giving to other people. It is also about learning to love yourself. And a really good exercise that you might find helpful, you might find difficult, but you might find helpful, is to take a piece of paper and write down all the things you love about yourself. You might find it easier if you just write down what I like about myself, and you can write those down and nobody's going to see it, just you. And then you can score out the word like and write love, what I love about myself. And you start to embrace that love, because you need to love yourself. You need to have the deep respect and care for yourself, your divine self, before you can honestly express that for other people. And I know that sometimes that causes people a little bit of difficulty, and it shouldn't. We should be able to love ourselves. So let me know in the comments, do you find that easy? Do you find that difficult? Where are you on the scale of being able to care deeply and love yourself? Because whenever we find that, then it's far easier to love other people as well. Second card that's come up this week is crystals. Now, this card has two meanings. It can either mean crystal people, as in natural transmitters of healing energy, or crystals, as in the little stones. Okay, so that you'll know which one is speaking to you. Usually the crystal people tend to be the younger generation now, and the children who have come in as natural little healing transmitters to try and bring balance to our world. But you'll know yourself, whether you're maybe parent to one of those children, or whether you are yourself a natural crystal person who transmits healing energy with pure transparency. Crystals themselves are a wonderful, they're wonderful powerhouses of healing energy. There's a crystal for everything. They come from Mother Earth. And each one has a different set of properties depending on how it was formed in the earth. And then each individual little stone also has they're all unique. They all have their own little life force and consciousness when you tune into them. Some are great for bringing peace, some are master healer stones, some are good for protection, some for grounding, some for opening the heart, some for releasing fear. There is really a crystal for everything. Quite often when clients come to me for healing sessions, they'll go away with a little crystal prescription that I'll give them, a little bundle of crystals to take away with them that will help support their needs between our sessions. And I know that always goes down very well whenever that happens. Crystals for me were my first love. That's how I got into this in the first place, because it was the crystals and learning about the healing power of crystals and how they could affect change in your body and in your physical body, but as well as in your energy body. It opened up the door for energy healing for me, so it's a fantastic place to start. And I recently just got my crystal healing practitioner course double accredited, so it's already accredited by the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine, the IPHM, but it's also now accredited with 150 hours of CPD, continuing professional development, by the CPD group. So if crystals have been on your radar and it's something you've been thinking about, I would urge you to go and check that course out. You can do it self-paced in your own time, and then I'm in the background to support you as and when you need it, and giving you personalised feedback at all steps of the way. So let me know if it's something you want to do. If you happen to go into the blog post of this, there's a link to it if you want to access it. As I say, the second meaning of this card are the little crystal transmitter people. Naturally gifted in the transmission of healing energy. And again, just like the Earth Angel card, naturally able to channel energy, naturally able to transmit that healing energy and beam that out. As I say, it's usually the younger generation and the children nowadays that are coming through as these natural little crystal transmitters, but you will know yourself if you are one. And if you are, then it's really important that you look after your energy too. And just like you would cleanse your crystal stones, your actual stones, and charge them up under the moonlight and in the sun, you need to do the same for yourself. Okay, and we'll get into the energetic hygiene in a moment, because the final card that's come up is the Vacuum Away Fear card with Archangel Michael. And this is really appropriate because whenever we start to step into our light, when we start to step forward and start to come out of the spiritual closet and start to open up into the light and start to realize how powerful we are and not be afraid to share that light and that love, it can start to spark a little bit of fear in us. We start to feel we need to hold back. We perhaps feel that, well, what will people think of me? People will think I've lost it. You might think, oh my goodness, people won't love me anymore, or people will laugh at me. And these are valid concerns that people have, and I'm not negating those in any way. But let me ask you one thing: is playing small in order to keep people who will laugh at you if you were yourself in your life, is that really what you want? It's certainly not for me. I did lose a few people along the way whenever I stepped into my light, and whenever I stepped into doing this work. People couldn't understand why I had left a normal job, the job that was sucking the soul clean out of me. They couldn't understand why I was going all woo-woo and weird with my crystals. Now people just accepted it is who I am, and I'm happier than I've ever been. And for me, because I have embraced that side of myself, I've stepped away from the fear, but I understand that fear that can come up. So this card from Archangel Michael about vacuuming away the fear, ask Michael. Michael will vacuum out the fear. And then we ask Archangel Raphael to come in and fill us up with beautiful healing vibrations, because we don't want to leave a vacuum. We want the energy of fear to be replaced with healing and love. So it's important that we do two parts of this. And energetic hygiene is just as important as physical hygiene. Just like you get washed every day and you brush your teeth and you get dressed and you look after your physical self every day, it's really important that you energetically look after your hygiene too, that you're mindful of what you've picked up through the day, that you're brushing that off, that you are regularly smudging and cleansing energetically your home using sound or incense or whatever your preferred tool is. It's really important that you take time to do that, because energetic hygiene is really just as important. Because if you don't look after it, then it starts to drain your energy. You start to find yourself feeling heavy and tired and lethargic and taking on energy that's not yours, particularly if you are an earth angel or a crystal person who's taking, an empath. It's very easy to take on other people's energy, and the fear-based energy that's collectively in the world around us at the moment it can infiltrate your system. So it's about being mindful of that, vacuuming away the fear. Take 2 minutes, ask Archangel Michael to come into your space, ask him to lift off any fear that shouldn't be there, and then ask Archangel Raphael to fill you up with his emerald ray of healing light. So hopefully these 3 cards have spoken to you this week. Let me know in the comments, as always, and I look forward to hearing how you are going to embrace your light, how you're going to step into it. So do tell me in the comments how you're going to embrace your light. What are you going to do? What's your next step to step more fully into who you really are? And I look forward to reading those comments. And you can, of course, message me privately if you don't want to share publicly on social media. But whatever you have planned for this week, enjoy yourself and have a great week. And I will speak to you all again next week.